Okay, so we're going to take a look at a video from this book called Classroom Discussions. A lot of our success in the math classroom involves how engaged our students are in the lesson. And to really ensure engagement and to monitor for understanding and all of that, we really have to be thinking about how are we going to talk with students in order to get them to talk, right? So we're going to watch a little bit of a video. On the back of your progress monitoring page, there's the first little box that says why talk moves. Why do we need these in our lives? So the first video we're going to watch is kind of the rationale. It's an introduction to this book and how we can use it to sort of think about what kids are thinking about. The next section, you're going to be watching an additional video, and you're going to be looking for specific talk moves that you see the teacher doing. And then we'll have some time for reflection after that. Sound good?
When I first started teaching, I thought it was what came out of my mouth that was going to inspire the students. It's actually what comes out of their mouths, how they discuss things together, and that they learn much more from solving together, collaborating together, and talking together.
4 is more than half, more than the active.
I get so much information from the conversations that they have. I want the discussion to go more from student to student to student and less to student to teacher to student. Why do you disagree with Jada?
Because
Don't tell her.
okay, because Jada, the 8 is already there plus the 1, so 21 equals 81.
I found it's improved my teaching because it's really letting me know where my kids are and how they're getting to the answers they're getting to.
Who can restate the pattern that Lene was using? What was her pattern? Ilana.
She counted by 5s.
She was counting by 5s. We got there faster, didn't we?
You are using talk in classrooms to promote reasoning, getting students to externalize their reasoning and to think about the reasoning of others.
Can you repeat how you got the number 30? They have a lot to say, and what they have to share is very meaningful and important, and it gives you valid information as a teacher as to where you need to go next in your teaching.
So what were some of the reasons why talking in a meaningful way is so important in the math class?
It promotes reasoning.
Okay.
Externalizes,
Yeah, the students become self-motivated.
Helps you figure out how they're getting the answers they're getting to, whatever steps they're taking.
And it can help plant different ways of solving the problem into students who may be struggling.
So they might get an idea from somebody else.
Right.
A lot of times a kid explaining to a kid comes off as a lot more meaningful.
She said right at the end about how it helps you kind of informally assess, and I guess I just thought about that when I first saw it. Like sometimes based off what they say, I would change directions really fast.
Right, there's
To get
misconceptions.
Right.
Okay. Any other big ideas?
I think keeps getting back to that whole idea that we want to help build vocabulary within students, and so some of the, like, Christina was saying, like, the struggling kids might be able to participate because of something a partner shared that they wouldn't have otherwise.
I think it elevates their role in the classroom. I think I was talking about that. You should have student conversation instead of that back and forth between student and teacher. They're just kind of passive members. They're never always going to be passive. That's how you're treating them in the classroom. They're just going to be receptive to whatever. And never really going to elevate their thinking.
And I think they didn't say this, but there's a math coach named Lucy West who's like a phenomenal math talker. She just can engage any group. And one of the things that she always says is that when you do teacher to student, teacher to student, teacher to student, that's 3 students. You have engaged 3 people. When you hold them accountable for turning and talking, for engaging, okay, so-and-so, I'm going to get you ready to repeat what that friend just said. You're engaging the group versus a very small percentage of your class. And then if they can articulate and actually say something about what they're learning, they can orally give you that reasoning that you were saying, right? Like that is internal. Me saying it out loud only internalizes it for me. Doesn't make it, it doesn't help me, help anybody else besides me make sense of it. So they have to do more of the talking and the teacher does less of the talking. So when we plan lessons together, we're gonna be thinking about how do we make sure that that happens, right?
There's also some really good social skills.